guys had a pretty good turnout with your third group. Cascade Trail.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to say 9 a.m.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, you or wait. Hey, hey.
Not to make light of the situation here, but you'll have to do a people on this.
Yeah.
I told you a big one.
Jake. Can people hear me? The fireman closest to me would be Assistant Chief Mike Lloyd. Got Joe Crump there. He's on the left with the red hat. The City of Waterloo Electric is here. And you can see the firemen clearing out the back kitchen. Make sure there's all hot spots out. There's smoke, obviously in the roof it looks like there. If you can look up the front of the building, you can see some smoke coming out there. So I know the firemen, they're probably going to go up in the roof area there to check that out. Major damage here at Ahne's institution at Waterloo for many years. I guess Jeff Ahne did arrive on the scene. He's the owner. The fire started at 8 o'clock now. It's sometime after 7. I know some people knew what. I was walking uptown with a book on Main Street, kind of by the chicken church, and could see smoke just billowing out all over town. Like you could see like where the Catholic church was. The smoke was just, coming out over the scene. And then I started hearing policemen or ambulance, heading that way to check it out. And I'm not sure who called it in, unless they have an alarm there. But I booked it. Big Ed ran. I don't have my overalls on. I got shorts. I was just, walking through town reading a book like I always do in the evening. And I just started hustling. A little bit of a crowd coming down here. The fire in general is out. A lot of smoke.
This almost sounds like this was,
I was here almost live. You know what I'm saying? I was up at the chicken church bringing smoke from Courtney. So I ran here. I just was up there. And so it was just flames way in the back. Wow. That whole area was just. Sorry, Jeff. Yeah. Insurance. Yeah. That's owner Jeff Ahne there. He's smiling. He's happy no one is hurt, and he knows it's insured. He's very happy no one was in there and it wasn't working hours. He's visiting some friends of his, saying thanks to all the people that showed up and all the firemen. Again, he's waving to some of the retired firemen. Yeah, I can see Columbia and Waterloo firemen here. But there was billowing smoke. Whenever I was walking uptown, I could just see billowing smoke, you know, like from like the Catholic Church. It was, I guess it was going, which way is Heckard's east. So the smoke was billowing east. So I get like where Gallagher's is and like Main Street, I could just see it coming across the four-way downtown. Smoke. So I hoofed it. I was huffing and puffing. I ran there, and I guess the people who saw the earlier feed saw the orange thick flames lay in the back, and that's where that side door is. That back side door is where a bulk of the flames were. The man in the hat there, that's Jeff Ahne, the owner. He's visiting friends, co-workers, things like that. Waterloo does have their big ladder truck standing by there. You can see that in front of the Catholic Church. It's just on standby. You know, Ahne's is just a one-story building with an attic in there. There is some smoke coming out of it, but the firemen are probably crawling up in there with regular ladders. There's the city of Waterloo, the utilities. Main Street probably will be closed down for numerous hours. Around, you know, the four-way, you know, Main and Mill, that area. We got policemen blocking all the streets downtown. There's some few people that got through, you know, don't head downtown to look. I mean, you're gonna be walking several blocks. I was just here. I was lucky to be here because I was up the street on Main Street. Yes, Sarah. Sarah from Hecker. Yes, I hoofed it. That's why I was kind of breathing heavy when I saw you. Well, among other reasons. Hello, Lolly. Haven't seen you in a while. Flooring and Interiors of Columbia, great flooring spot. They celebrating an anniversary. I think Chris Shanehoff had opened that 40 years ago. So I see Lolly Glenn's watching. Hello, Lolly. Neil Gifhorn, my favorite former Valmar person, who's now a Waterloo school board member. I didn't mean... Sad day in Waterloo. I was at Ahne's either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I don't know. I was there one of these days. They were kind of out of glazed donuts. I was a little disappointed. I was out filming one of my goofy videos, and I stopped in and I saw the crew there. There goes the Waterloo utility bucket truck. When I got here right away, in my earlier feed, that transformer there, wherever that is, that popped, you know, with all that heat and the electricity. That popped and knocked out the power for, obviously, the house in the back there. That's Flower Street. A couple houses on Flower Street. But on the other side of Flower, you can see lights on there. And there's power lines here. So Ed is backing up. Hey, how are you? I was filming this.
My neighbor come over and she goes, I just reported a fire. She goes,
Yeah, and who called it in?
Beth.
What last name?
Whatchamacallit's old lady, Gallagher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's her name? Beth, the bartender.
Yeah.
Beth,
Hey.
How are you?
Good. I got here right away and I was filming it.
So we were at Outsiders.
Yeah.
So Laura and Luke got a text, Ahne's on fire. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. So I tell Lance to call.
Language.
yeah, get him out of that.
And he called me.
Yeah, he was here. I was up the street walking. I picked something up from Courtney's house, and so you could just see the smoke just billowing. So I hooked it. It was right there. Was all the orange? It was just orange flames.
What's the bartender?
Crabtree.
Crabtree, yeah.
Beth Crabtree may have been the person that called it. At least she was one of the first people to call that in. Again, to repeat, Jeff Ahne did show up. Ed Ahne, his relative, was he beat him here. Ed is a deputy with the sheriff's department, and a large contingent of Waterloo and Columbia. There may be other fire departments here. I'm not sure. Those are the two I see. What I'm looking at right now is, again, Assistant Chief Mike Lloyd assessing the damage. He's got the white helmet on. That's a cop flash, putting the ladder up in the blue helmet. Walking up towards Mike. That's a Columbia fireman. There was no damage, I don't think, to any of the neighboring buildings. I got here right away. I didn't see any. The church is fine. Some of the neighboring buildings look all to be fine because it was concentrated in that back area there. That back, right where I'm pointing at, that's where, when I showed up, that's where the heavy fire was. There's that back door to the back of the kitchen. Again, I'm not sure that's where it started, but that's where the flames had broke through. There's Andrew Glessner, another longtime Waterloo fireman. Son of John and Sharon. Now, Andrew's father, John, has an insurance building right up the street. The old Petrie Insurance place. I remember, I think I'm just doing the top of my head, way back when, before I was around in the 70s, I think it used to be called Miller's Baker. I think it was Miller's. Someone can correct me on that. A historian, person a little older than I. There's fireman Ned Schlemmer. He's got the earphones on. He was kind of running the pump there, the water pump that controls it. So he's got the headphones on so he can communicate with the guys when they need water. Ned Schlemmer's talking to Mike Lloyd. Right now, those two are assessing the damage. Again, they're trying to make sure the hot spots are out. They don't want this a few hours from now to spark back up. This is kind of the best vantage. That's why I'm here. The front, there really wasn't much fire going on in the front. Mainly, but that's, coated in smoke. There was heavy smoke out of the front. They broke like the windows out in the front of Ahne's. The front door, where the Ahne's Bakery wording is, that's still there now, I think, for now. They broke through the front door to break through because the door was still locked. They had beat owner Jeff here, and they had to get to it, and they didn't want Jeff to be getting that close to unlocking it. Thanks, Toad. Excuse me. Thank you, Tony. Tony Miller. Reynolds Bakery, thank you there, Steve and Tammy Kempen. I'm such a young guy, I only know Ahne's. Again, there's the city truck working on the power lines. Obviously, they're making sure there's no more power coming into this place. That's the first fire truck that showed up there. Right here that I'm looking at.
He just got back. I told the other guy. Teacher got the student.
In the orange shirt there, that's Tim Burke. He's the head of utilities for the city. He's talking to former fireman Alan Jake Jacobs, longtime state policeman. He's retired. You look at, that's Bill Worth.
You too. Take care. Yeah. I see Coots over there somewhere. Start fires out.
It's Mayor Tom Smith talking to Tim Burke, the utilities guy. They're discussing things over. There's the front. You can see the front door is open. Obviously, they're trying to get the smoke out of the building. The Ahne family there is on the right by the stop sign. You know where that basket is. That's the entire, not the entire, but that's several representatives of the Ahne family. I'm going to try and focus in there, but firemen are talking to Ed, Ahne, and Jeff are the main ones talking. I'm not going to get close enough to hear what they're saying. They're pretty sad, I guess, about everything. I'm just going to stay back, and you can just visually see that the Ahne family is talking to the fire department. That's all we need to know for now. But I just wanted to show everyone that the great local family, the Ahnes. There's the Columbia fire truck, another Waterloo fire truck. There's some Ahne's employees, former and current. They're sitting over by the church. Obviously, people can tell I'm over by the church. I know I'm moving the phone a little too much, but just kind of holding it here. Columbia fireman John Hannigan is walking up to the scene. He's a longtime fireman. More family members are approaching. I see someone from Chicago is watching. But earlier in the feed, I guess I can pull it up later on tonight, tomorrow. Initially when the fire started. One of the employees approaching there. So later on tonight, I'll try and grab one of the earlier. I don't know if I can grab a photo from my. I don't even know if this is saved. I just went live, but I haven't done that in a while. I'm not sure if it's in focus anymore. And do you want to see me? It's Columbia fire truck leaving. Seems pretty secure, and they got to make sure they're back in their venue. Sweeping up there is Billy Freeze, very long time Waterloo fireman, great local guy, Billy Freeze. He's sweeping up there. He's worked for the school district for many years now. Billy's in the orange. Joe Crump there, he's walking, red hat. He was the president of the fire district, not the chief of the fire, the president of the fire district for many years. I'm assuming he's still, I'm not sure if he still is. Again, there's on the right, there's family, co-workers kind of consoling each other. I'd prefer to be making the goofy videos, obviously. That's why I was uptown. I was picking a goofy costume out from a friend of mine, and I happened to be uptown. And of course, everyone, I would rather be doing something goofy, some joke video, but I decided to make this live since it's kind of an institution in town. Oh, how many chocolate Long Johns have I eaten through the years? Hundreds, if not thousands. That was my specialty. The guy walking across the street now is Alderman Stan Darter. Great. Hey, Stan. Great Royal Alderman. I think that's Ward 3 that stands in. I guess people will be telling their stories of all the cakes they've had from Ahne's, and obviously the glazed donuts were amazing. People would come for miles to have their Ahne's glazed donuts. And of course, my preference was the chocolate Long John. There was also the white Long John, and they also did. They had the peanut cake. I loved the peanut cake. They had the creamy and the old fashioned, more of the Schulmeister recipe. There were different. Schulmeisters did it a little different, of course, but Ahne's had their own version of the peanut cake. I see a Dupo person, Jenny. Dupo firefighter, Jenny, I apologize. Dupo firefighter. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'd rather be doing a goofy. I got some ideas. I put one out earlier today. I had a few more ideas. That's why I was kind of messing around with Uptown tonight, thinking of other ideas for other videos. I got a whole wealth of them. Again, it's a group of Ahne's employees, owners and employees and relatives. See some firemen up the street, and there's a bunch. I could go over to the back area again, but we've seen that already. That's utility guy Tim Burke. He's got the orangish shirt on the shorts. He's talking to Andrew Glessner, a fireman. We got the police chief, Jeff Procyse, talking to Ed Ahne. Ed Ahne's got the dark blue shirt on. Jeff Procyse, the police chief, he has the orange on. They're talking to Alderman Stan Darter. Again, just reminiscing, talking about things. Nothing you can really do now. Jeff Ahne handling it as best he can. He was smiling, shaking everyone's hand, thanking them for their concerns. He was appreciative of the firemen for doing what they can. I do see Bill Worth there. He's an insurance man. I'm not sure if he has their insurance or not. I'm just saying he is talking to the family. Bill Worth, the local boy. He's in the white hat there. Bill, a great guy. Him and his wife, Angie. Great local people. But they're, again, talking to the family, assessing, just talking what they can do right now. Okay, there's Jeff Ahne. He's on his cell phone. He's kind of walking at me. He's in the front. I guess he's, again, calling whomever or other family members. Hey, Lisa. I see Vicky Talkie's watching. Her husband was a long time Maystown fireman. We all miss Roger. Again, firemen are kind of coming and going, cleaning up. They're trying to get the smoke out. There's only so much they can do at this point. Assess the situation, clean out as best they can, making sure that it's not going to catch the rest of it, save as much as they can, making sure there's no additional fire. And they got here as soon as they could, busting their butt. Hey, Lisa. Lisa Megan, she lives in my neighborhood. I used to walk by her house a lot. But the neighboring building got the Republic Times next door and A&W Insurance. And there's separation. Remember, there used to be a building there, but now there's a vacant lot there, luckily. But I don't think it would have got to it because the fire was all on the Church Street side. It's Mill and Church is the intersection, obviously. And the fire was on the back area. You can kind of see where they're all looking at that back area there. There's another Ahne relative. So there's really no neighboring buildings involved. And the flames kind of were just in that main back area. They weren't kindling up too high. So there was really no danger of the fire spreading to a neighboring building. Or luckily the church. You know, it's a huge old Catholic church here. Hey, Jessica Lenhart. Haven't seen you in a while. You're married, I see. You got a different last name. Kim Izaldi, you went back up north. Valmar, friend of mine, who moved back to her hometown. I think it's Michigan. I'm doing that top of my head. Again, you see in front there the Ahne family, along with some of the co-workers, along with the employees there, current and former, all gathering, reminiscing. And I guess the stories are going crazy tonight with everyone talking about all their great Ahne's memories. I remember when I had the paper and I had to work overnight, when I would pick up the paper at, say, midnight from the printer, and I would deliver to Ahne's. And that's when Jeff and the rest of his family, when his folks were still helping to run it, I would go there, drop papers off, and they always gave me any leftover donuts. You know, I'm a healthy eater, Ed is. So, there's Carrie talking. Her dad, Roger, was a fireman. And so, again, back to my story there, I would always show up there midnight, 1 a.m. to deliver papers for the next morning, my big bundles. Ahne's always sold my paper. I always appreciated that Ahne sold a bunch of, independent papers. And Jeff would just say, go to town, Ed. So I would kind of finish things off there. And every once in a while, if they had something fresh and, ready to go, I would taste it. But they were always very nice to me. Hey, Brenda Shrewsbury. I've known her forever. Her daughter, Denise, moved back to the area. I guess she's up in Lebanon. I do miss John, Brenda. I guess everyone misses Crazy John. That Matt Schaefer from Columbia. I'm not sure which Matt Schaefer that is. Hi, Miss Limestall. Hi, Limey. I see one of my former Jabot teachers. I went to Waterloo and Jabot, and I remember Ann. She was one of my favorite Jabot teachers. But thanks, Kim. I thought it was Michigan. There, Kim. I'm doing the for Kim Izaldi in Michigan. I'm doing the Michigan sign there. Not sure where you live as relationship to my hand, but Michigan folks do that. I might walk on over. I guess maybe some new people are watching, but I'll go to the area where the fire started, where it's pretty burnt out. Fireman Dave Bodie. Bruce. Fireman Bruce Coons. Well, okay, I'm back to where I was right when the fire started. I was again walking uptown, and I saw billowing smoke up by the, I could see it from the Catholic church because I was kind of over by the chicken church, the UCC church, the old ENR. I was kind of up there, and could see the smoke coming downtown, and so I hoofed it up here and I'd like to see my video early. I can't see the video now because I'm taping this. But that's where it started. Where you see that area, that's where I personally saw a bunch of orange flames. Just, coming out of there. It was just rolling big time. Again, there's Andrew Glessner walking out. That's a raver. I can't remember which raver that is. Curtis. It looks like with a C. That's Curtis Raver, a fireman. More Waterloo city employees arriving. Again, making sure the power's out. Yeah, all these. I mean, there's a hub of lines. I'm trying to. It's dark, so people aren't going to be seeing these lines. But they're, again, trying to secure the area. I'm saying, believe it or not, I'm far enough away, I think, where the lines are, and they're not going to be taking any down. But again, I'm sorry to keep moving my camera around. I'm turning my head, and you know how that goes. Hey, Anita, I did see Kenny called me. I can call him back later, but I guess he knows now. But I was downtown, and later on I can go to the video when I first got here. I can grab that. And see exactly, but again, they were closed, obviously. It's Sunday night. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. I was here not that it matters, I was here right away. I was by the Quonset. I came from Courtney's house. It was just orange flames there. Again, that's not going to help you guys much, but orange flames were very intense right here. Again, I'm not sure how far back they were, Bill, but I picked up Courtney's. I was walking home, and I could just into the flames, but that's where it was, right there. Again, the front was fine, because I kind of looked, and then the policeman, so I walked away when the police showed up. But again, that's where the orange, and I went live, but it was, so I got the film, but I'm not sure, if that would help, but.
Not necessarily.
No.
But I appreciate you sharing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the insurance carrier once in a while.
Yeah.
I will certainly reach out.
Yeah, but you're not the insurance person on this?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. But you're not you're just the agent, of course. But,
I am the agent.
right. Camouflages, Ranjis coming out of there. More Waterloo firemen. Again, I don't know all the young firemen anymore. See you, Bill. I was talking to Bill Worth, the agent, the insurance agent on this property. A local guy. I guess he's probably 53 now. He would have graduated in 87. Memory serves me right. He went to SPPS, and he might have went to Waterloo to graduate the high school. I don't know if now I'm looking back there. I think most of the firemen have cleared out of the building. Again, it's just going to be a cleanup job now. Angie from Denver is watching. Hey, Angie. I'm not, again, it's going to be sad without Ed and his chocolate long johns. I was here a few days ago, of course, and they were out of donuts. They didn't have any long johns for me. It was probably a week or two ago. When's the last time I had my Ed's infamous chocolate long john? I'm at a loss of words. Keep my composure. I'm just, that was my thing since I was a kid. To always have my, donuts from Ahne's, peanut cake and everything, but it's just the kitchen, or this one section of the kitchen. I know there's that new back area where they worked on, or not worked on, where they added on a few years ago, whenever Jeff added that on. That seemed okay. It was just this main, the old kitchen area in my memory. Folks, now I got 10% battery strength unless I plug in. You too. See you around. I only got 10% battery left. Again, there's not much more I can say. Cheryl, you and I could have many conversations about good old Ahne's. City utility truck turning around. And again, a little cleanup now. Trucks are starting to move. I guess the firemen pretty much got the bulk of their work done. There's really not much they can do. It's just going to be a cleanup job. I don't know if they're probably going to wait in the next few days. Insurance will have to look it over, trying to find the cause. And again, I just happened to be in the area. I was walking uptown, had to pick up a clothing item for one of my goofy videos. My friend Courtney had a clothing item I needed, so I was up by her house near the UCC church. And hey, Allison, Arahi from home. So I jogged. I jogged right from over there. A UCC church around the Quonset hut, and came here. When I first got here, it was a big flames. At some point tonight, I can go through that video there and show you guys again. It was just orange flames coming out of this back area here. Thanks, Chris. Again, I'm down to like 10% or 9% battery, so I'm not going to be able to stay too much longer. On a happier note, well, I got everyone's attention. Okay, this is sad, but on a happier note, the former JVs they're doing a really great job. It's Matt and Kyle Bittner, two local boys, purchased it from Jeff and Denise Folk, and they're really making it nice. I've been in and out of there all the time, kind of helping them a little, and they're making that place look nice. The opening date of happy hour is approaching. I don't think they've put a date. They've had a couple of little soft openings to check it out, and it's looking great, folks. A little different, a little the same. A lot of TVs. It's going to be a sports bar. They got some big TVs in there. So, folks, really, it's going to be pretty neat there when they open soon. A lot of TVs, a little different menu, at least to start off. A lot great burgers, flatbreads. I know are on there. On their menu, they have a really good wing. I mean, they're chicken wings and different varieties of flavors. So make sure just to keep an eye. I know the Republic Times will probably have a little something on it, and they're going to have some kind of big grand opening. But look for happy hour, 117 North Main, the old JVs.